I wonder if there's any ground moves that are air unblockable in this game. I wonder if that's a mechanic. Oh god. There we go. There's a lot more, like, OTGing in this game than I realized. I was just like, oh, you do a combo, and then you do a ground combo, and then you combo to a launcher, and then you do an air combo, and then you air throw. But that's kind of like Marvel 3, where it's like ground combo, launch, air combo, S. It's like you can actually do a lot more than that. This guy seems like an Oki monster. I've never even seen this guy's gameplay before. Michael Rowe Valdem Jong versus the Scion without the gun. I saw some Scion gameplay in the one archive I watched of this. She actually seems really crazy. She seems like a crazy pressure monster. I was actually really liking her gameplay from what I was watching. Made me want to play her. That wall bounce. I need a lot of time. Oh, it was invalid. He didn't have a lot of time. That's like one of them charge moves. You can power up. She's in half moon, he's in crescent moon. I don't know what that means yet. I know some of the implications, but not the implications of the individual characters. A little bit of moon research. He just charged something. What did he charge? He has a little thing at the bottom. He just charged another one. It went to 4. What are those? Oh, he just used 4 at once. Apparently they let him extend his combos. Reverse beat to keep the pressure. She's healing. Heat makes you heal all your red health. Important. I know how you leave heat determines how much super you have. What's the requirement of entering heat? Do you just need to have meter? Ryogi. This is the girl with the knife. I can tell she has a knife because her name is Shiki, and also I can see the knife. She caught the knife before. She threw the knife, but then she caught it. I don't think that's like kept shield or anything. Yeah, that time she didn't catch it. There must be some way to catch it before it hits the ground. That's kind of cool. Still very similar to Milia's hairpin. Ooh. That was pretty cool. He activated heat and then promptly died. I wonder if you can cancel into heat activation. Whoa, she had a lot of time as a counter hit. I don't know the moves that have crazy long hit stun that let you like combo out of them later. I like how in what's that game? Unial. You can like see how long your hit stun is gonna be. She could have gotten an OTG though, right? The OTG scenario seems really strange. You can like only combo one hit. That's kind of cool. Seemed like a pretty good conversion, I guess. I don't know what like a good conversion is there. I'm surprised he got anything, but maybe he could have gotten something bigger. I gotta download this game. I mean download in the acquire sense. I mean download in the figure out what the hell's going on sense. I'm actually really into it now. It seems really interesting. Holy shit, that loot. There's some pretty bad scaling going on though. It seems like after a point it becomes very difficult to do more damage. The strongest combo I've seen did about 5k. Ugh. Ugh. Wow, that has a lot of hits done. That didn't do that much damage though. It was like pretty cool that it let her continue the combo, but didn't add that much. Or it added a lot, it's just the initial combo didn't do that much. Maybe your damage isn't that good. Oof, prevented her from picking up the knife with that one. I don't know if that's safe, it looks safe. He's using it like it is. I like the instant air dashes. I like how often both characters jump. Seems like there's jumping all over the place. Jumping is more of a thing in this game. This seems like it's somewhere between an anime game and a traditional 2D fighting game in terms of jumping. Like, obviously there's air dashes and double jumps, which are almost never in traditional 2D fighting games. But it seems like the height is a little bit less ridiculous than it is in, say, Marvel or Tatsunoko. Where, like, even a double jump won't get you anywhere near where a super jump gets you. It's like a completely different environment. That's a pretty good context of getting this game. This is the bookish one with the knife. Did he frame trap with that, or does it become unblockable or something? That did a lot of damage. His damage output looks better than hers. That dash and throw. This guy hits really hard. Half Moon automatically enters heat when you get to max meter, right? Or all of them automatically enter heat when you get to max meter, right? I wonder how good those are in this game. He just landed a bunch at once. How hard are they to break? How big is the range? Can you reaction break a throw? Most anime games have reaction throw breaks. But then again, most anime games have like throws you can combo out of. And while that seems to be in this game, it doesn't seem to be a universal thing. It's like you can combo out of some throws. Ah, max and heat, that's right. I was thinking it was something else. And then when you enter heat while you're in max, you get like blood heat or whatever. I'm with it, I understand. At some point she picked up the knife, I didn't even see the animation. She just crouched on top of it. Maybe the animation doesn't do anything and you can cancel it immediately into like down back or something like that. Yumi Oka? She looks like that other girl from Persona 4. The one that isn't Chie or Yukika. Is that a command dash you just cancel into? Is this the Got like a DP. He comboed out of it for a pretty big combo. Yumi Duka. Yeah, Japanese doesn't have a do. It's very unusual to have that character have the 10-10s to be pronounced like that. Usually they use another character which has the same pronunciation. It's pronounced Zoo. There's another character that's much more often used. So they might be spelling it with a D even though it's still pronounced Zoo. Just to show that it's that character and not the other character. So like this is like a more... Using that, like it could be these two, hold on. That's like how you would normally write it. And that's probably how her name is spelled. Anyway, this one right here is like very unusual to use because these two have the same pronunciation. And this one is almost always preferred. But this one shows up in certain kanji combinations. Anyway, if you were going to write them both, you could write Yumizuka for either one, but that wouldn't tell you like which one was which. So I could understand why they would write it like that, even though it's kind of weird. Yumizuka. The letters that one comes from, this one, it's da ji zu da do. To write it, to type it out on a keyboard, you write the D because it's one of the da sounds, and the u because it's one of the... Oh, it's White Len. I like tried to find... I didn't look for any Len footage specifically, but every time a Len shows up, either color, they tend to do a lot of getting beaten up. Maybe she has like poor defenses or something. It tends to be a lot of blocking and then the blocking breaking. And then the Len losing. I don't know if she's a bad character. But it seems like she's very vulnerable to this pressure. That was a guard break. I didn't even know this game had guard breaks. That combo drop. Okay. Here's something. Was that her? That was her super. Damn, she just comboed into it. That took all her bar though. I didn't even do that much damage. Damn, I got all hyped because like it was a combo to a super. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be insane. I thought it was gonna be like comboing into like an overdrive heat or whatever. She doesn't seem to have a way to like extend combos the way a lot of the characters do. I mean, she does seem to be able to extend combos, but she doesn't be able to seem to do like round launch ground. Or at least I haven't seen it yet. The Len I was playing had a crouch medium that was 2 hits. This Len is using a crouch medium that appears to be 1 hit. That must be something that Full Moon Len has. That was kind of cool. That was a throw and she comboed out of it. Her movement looks really awkward. Like, she can't move very fast. And her jump is kind of high and not very far. Got kind of a vertically based jump. And her air dash isn't very fast. Looks like her movement kind of suffers a bit. I've never opened the KOF in-game tutorial, to be honest. Ikoya. Ooh. No OTG though. Is there, how did the verse work in this game? I can tell you anything about KF 13 mechanics. I'm just trying to watch cute girls fight to the death. That was a throw break. It was really fast. I guess throw breaks are really fast in this game. That was an air throw he comboed out of. I guess because it was low to the ground. It's like if you do a double jump combo, you can't get an air throw. That was a burst. That's like the second burst I've seen, I feel like, since I started watching this video. I have no idea how they work. Maybe there were more. Dude, this white lane is actually a green lane. What's the requirement for a burst? What do you sacrifice when you burst? Does it take 100% of your bar? Does it just take your remaining max / eat? Can you burst a first hit, or does it have to be a second hit? No, that's pretty straightforward. That's right, what do you need? White land doesn't seem to be very strong. In terms of like damage output, I mean. Yumizuka's doing like a lot more damage for every connect. It's like 3,000 on one side and like 2,500 on the other side. That's like generous numbers. It's like Yumizuka sometimes does like 3,500 and Len sometimes does like 2,000. That was a tricky throw. That dash in general looks really strange. Some weird trap. He hasn't been using those that much. It must be kind of hard to find time to set them. Excuse me. And this bitch's overheads are really quick, or rather jumping attacks. She kind of reminds me of Taokaka, but less extreme. Taokaka is an enormous extreme. Is this a plain old Len? No, it's a white Len wearing black. Very tricky. Video games that have twin characters, and then one has a color scheme that references the other. That shit's obnoxious. Sorry, you can just read the names. So like a mix-up to escape, either forward dash or back dash, and they both have the same animation, so you don't actually know where Len is for a second. Blood heat. You gonna get a big combo? That combo used like her entire blood heat. She did the super anyway. I'm guessing there was no downside. How do I do this? Activates, down, back, down, forward, punch into Neomax. Where do you even find this? In order to activate, it's oh god, what's the motion? I think it's light kick plus hard punch. I think it's B plus C in order to activate. And then when you're activated, supers can cancel into Neomaxes at like nearly any part of the animation. So if you can't get it, the problem is that you're not in hyperdrive. You need to activate hyperdrive before you can do it. Only in hyperdrive will supers cancel to Neomax. If you activate, then it shouldn't be difficult at all. You just buffer the super motion and do the super while you're super sitting. Just do the Neomax as soon as Kyo swings his arm forward. You can just mash it if you want to. And as long as you activate it, it should work. Are you perchance doing the EX super when you mean to do the normal super? Because that seems to ask for the normal super. You can do EX super into Neomax, but you want to do normal super into Neomax for that. You also probably need to have no mistakes. Oh, you were canceling it, but it wasn't comboing? That should have been a pretty clear problem. I haven't played KF13 in a while. I'll play if you ever want to fight. I'm out of practice, but if you're learning how to do stuff like that, then I'd probably destroy you. Oof. There's her little trap. It saved her, even though she took damage. The trap didn't go away. Wanna play now? Okay. 20 minutes.